need to wake up at 2 a.m. to secure my tent because of the heavy thunderstorm, lightning, and strong winds. I crawled into a sand trap on the golf course to hide from the rangers who were patrolling the area.
It's a white sign, by the way. Hopefully there's no rangers. I need this one.
Even though I have a mosquito net covering my face, mosquitoes and small flies are still finding a way to bite me.
I don't think so if there's an early ranger there.
Early in the morning when I woke up, I needed to check if there was any water at the golf course.
Right.
Then I heard a motorcycle in the distance, but I couldn't see where it was coming from, so I quickly left the course and returned to my tent.
I'm here at the golf course waiting for the right time to find a good place to sleep tonight. As you can see, there's still a lot of people playing golf right now. It's 6:30 p.m. and the golf course is still busy. The weather is very nice now, but over the last 2 days, the United Kingdom has been very hot. The temperature reached 32 degrees Celsius. That's not extremely hot, but the problem is that there's no air conditioning in our apartment. While I'm waiting for the right time, maybe I'll first find a place to rest for the meantime and set up my tent. Maybe I will hide for now because there's a ranger roaming around. If they see that I have sleeping bags here, they ask me to go home. That is my goal. For the meantime, I will stay here and wait until all the players leave the course. If it gets dark, my goal is to sleep in the sand trap at the golf course. I think that is the best place to sleep tonight. Hopefully the ranger doesn't pass by here because there's a small path near my area. I heard a dog near in my place.
It's past 8 o'clock now, but there are still a lot of people on the golf course. My goal is to make sure no one notices that I'm there, because if anyone sees me, they could call the rangers. And then, I noticed that the golfers started leaving the course one by one.
I think that is the best place to sleep for tonight. No one see me here, no ranger, because there's a path over there.
There are pathways all around the golf course, which is why I need to keep a low profile. Then I started looking for the best location to set up my tent. After I found the right time, when there were fewer people around, I started cleaning the area and getting it ready for my tent.
There's a lot of flies, there's a lot of mosquito here. I need this one. Time check is 9 o'clock now in the evening. And it looks like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. See, it's not yet dark. I think this is the best place to set up my tent tonight. My goal at 12 o'clock is I will go at the sun trap and I will sleep there till the morning. But for the meantime, I will set up my tent here.
After I set up my tent, I went to observe what was happening on the golf course. The course looked quiet and empty, with no workers or rangers inside, so I decided to go into a sand trap. I had to crawl so that if there was a ranger nearby, they wouldn't be able to see me easily.
I'm here now at some trap. It's nice to sleep here. It's a white sign, by the way. Hopefully there's no rangers. See me. I'm hungry now. It's going back to eat. I'm hungry, I swear.
I stayed there for a moment, imagining what it would be like to spend the night and sleep there. Then I suddenly remembered that I still hadn't eaten for the evening, so I decided to head back to my camp and make some food. I quickly prepared the food I had bought from the Chinatown grocery store. I knew that what I was doing was prohibited, especially cooking, so I made sure to bring food that didn't need to be cooked. My food was ready to prepare and only required water. It came with a heating substance that warms the water, but it wasn't sure whether it could have any negative effects on my health. To make the meal more complete, I only added an egg and some mushrooms. After adding the ingredients, I closed the container and waited a few more minutes for the food to finish, heating up and be ready to eat.
There's a lot of mosquito, my god. I have a mosquito, but still they go inside.
After waiting for a few minutes, it was finally time to eat my food. To enjoy my meal, I decided to eat inside my tent, even though it wasn't very spacious. It felt more comfortable and private than eating outside. Because I spent so much time hiding and finding a safe place to set up my tent, I ended up preparing my food later than planned. Honestly, the food I bought from the Chinatown grocery store was delicious. The only thing I was worried about was how many preservatives might have been added to it. Still, after a long and tiring day, it tasted really good.
It's 11:30 now and I feel tired. I will set my alarm for 2 a.m. Then I will go to the sun trap to explore. Good night.
I can sleep because there has been thunder, rain, and lightning from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm a bit scared because I'm camping near a golf course which is prone to lightning. Because of the strong winds, it looked like my tent and trap might be blown away. That's why I had to go outside and secure my tent, as well as some of my items I had left outside. I didn't expect the thunderstorm at all, which is why I became worried. I was out in an open field and staying beneath a large tree, which can be dangerous during a thunderstorm because of the risk of lightning strikes. Before leaving a flat, I checked the weather forecast, but it didn't show any signs that severe weather was approaching.
It's 4 o'clock now in the morning. I think almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Rain tapping now.
At 4 a.m., I decided to go and check what was happening in the sand trap and whether there was any water. At that time, I was also thinking that if I had continued sleeping there while the thunderstorm was approaching, it could have turned into a more dangerous situation for me. At that time, I was just checking how much water penetrated into the sand. Then, when I felt the wind and rain starting to pick up again, I quickly went back to my camp. I was also checking the woods around me, staying alert to my surroundings, and making sure my bike was still where I had left it. Good morning. I didn't get any sleep because of the thunderstorm, lightning, and heavy wind. I thought my tent was going to be blown away by the wind. It's 5 o'clock now in the morning, and it's time to pack my things for the walkers of this golf course will arrive. But yeah, oh my god, there's a lot of see. There's a lot of small flies here. See? I'm going to check the golf course. If there's a water in the sand trap. I don't think so if there's an early ranger there. But before I packed up my things, I decided to check the golf course once again to see if there was any water on the field. At that moment, I saw a fresh green field and the ground was covered with a small amount of water. It looked like no severe weather had happened that night. After some time, I heard a motorcycle in the distance, but I couldn't see it. That's why I quickly left the field and rushed back to my campsite.
I heard a motorcycle. Ah.
After that, I decided it was time to pack up my things and leave the area. I quickly gathered all my belongings, made sure nothing was left behind, and prepared to move out as safely and quietly as possible. I couldn't see any garbage around me except for a blue bug that I found, which I used to collect my trash. I left the place as clean as I found it, just as it was before I arrived. On my way home while riding my bike, I saw water on the road that I didn't notice the day before. This means the rainfall last night must have been heavy. I have learned an important lesson from this adventure. Even when things don't go as planned, you should always be prepared and trust your survival instincts. It also taught me to be resilient and adaptable in difficult situations. In everyday life, this means staying calm under pressure, thinking ahead and adjusting when unexpected challenges come up instead of giving up. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Your support helps the channel grow and motivates me to create more adventures and content for you. If you'd like to watch another video like this one, just click the box in the corner of the screen and check it out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.